Welcome back to Finger Lakes. Today we have a guest with us live in studio. This is Gabby Sinicropi, and she does, I believe it's, do you do marketing or for Three Brothers Winery?
So I'm the general manager.
General manager.
Yep, of the winery and brewery, yep.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
So we have, at Three Brothers, we have 3 wine tasting rooms and a brewery, all right on our estate on Lurch Road in Geneva. And so I manage all 4 of those buildings, mainly the hospitality side of things. So I'm very much on the floor a lot, in with customer service and scheduling and making sure basically the day-to-day operations run smoothly.
And so how did it get the name Three Brothers?
So everyone asks that question because there are, they want to know, do Three Brothers own Three Brothers? So they do not.
Okay.
So Dave Mansfield is the founder, and he and his wife, Luann, and he has himself and then 2 brothers. And so he designed each of the wine tasting rooms after a personality, either his personality or one of his brother's personalities. So each of our wine tasting rooms have a very unique personality and vibe to them. And so that's how that name transpired.
That's a really cool, like, decorating concept.
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like that's something
definitely.
that, you know, in your mind, if you could do that in your house.
Yeah.
Like, I have a room for each one of my children's personalities. That's very cool. So now it's obviously a staple in the Finger Lakes. This was a crazy busy weekend. How were things for you at the winery?
Great. So we had our annual Black Friday sale. So we always do that one day on-site big sale. This was the first year since COVID we really got to do it as big as we normally like to. So we had great discounts. We had 50% off wine, 30% off wine, 30% off all merchandise. This year we did something a little different, and the first 100 customers got a free tasting pass. And so that is a $40 value. They get to go to all 4 of the tasting rooms and do a flight. So we actually opened at 10. I saw the first car pull in at 8:30, and by 9 o'clock there were over 100 people in line. So it was awesome. It was a really great start to the day.
Really busy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very busy to start for sure. Yep.
And so speaking of merchandise, I don't know if, Paul, you can get a picture or a camera on the merchandise that she brought with her. Yes, there you go.
There we go.
So this is really a cool, as just like the different rooms, this is a cool concept. It's an advent calendar of wine?
Yeah, so it's a 12 days, we call it the 12 days of holiday cheer. And so it's numbered 1 through 12 on the top, and you get 1 item per day. I didn't open it because obviously for those that want to buy it as a gift, or maybe you just want to buy it to do with someone else, I didn't want to ruin everything that's inside because it's supposed to be a surprise. But I can tell you there is wine, there's beer, there's cider, there's some glassware, some merchandise items, there's some slushy related items.
Wow.
So there's a lot packed in there, and it's a fun gift. It's $100 for the box. We sell them, they can't be shipped, but we sell them right in the or Passion Feet, the wine store, and actually in all the buildings at this point. We've sold a lot of them already, so I think we only have like 30 left on site. They've gone really fast. But yeah, so it would be a great gift or something just to do with somebody and have something exciting for 12 days to open up.
I love it. What a cool concept for a gift. Now, things between, post-Thanksgiving, before Christmas. Obviously, your staple tourist attraction in the Finger Lakes. How is business between these 2 holidays? Like, how do you, obviously you have some cool ideas. How do you ramp things up and get people still coming in between the holidays?
Yeah, so we actually have a lot going on over the next month, or a little bit less than a month, but we have, so Black Friday's over, but we still have Cyber Monday going on through tonight at midnight, so people can still order online, and those sales are still 50% off wine, 30% off wine, so we still have that going on. And then this coming weekend, we have the second weekend of the Deck the Halls event, which is a Seneca Lake Wine Trail event that they put on. They have wineries that participate, and the customers that buy tickets, they get to go to each of the wineries that participate. They get a wreath, and they get ornaments at each winery to put on the wreath. And then they also get a food and wine pairing. So they get 1 food item at each winery with also a couple pairings of wine. And so that's going on this weekend. Tickets are sold out for that. They sell out very fast. They've been sold out for a while. However, it's something to look forward to for next year. And I also, in February, there's another wine trail event that I'll talk about. The tickets aren't sold out yet, so you can get those. But this weekend, Deck the Halls will be very busy. People are dressed up very festive.
Oh, nice.
We're very decorated at the winery, and most other wineries are as well. So we have a ton of holiday cheer going on. So it's a fun weekend.
Now, do you do any of the decorating?
So I try
Yourself.
not to. So I don't necessarily, that's not what I love, but Barb Lewis is one of the tasting room managers, and everyone pitches in, but Barb has just an eye for it, and she does a really good job. So she does a lot of that. I went and purchased a lot of the items, but she's the one that actually decorates everything for the
She
most
puts
part.
them into motion.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, what a cool job, though. Just, it sounds like it's challenging, but fun. I mean, you have a lot of responsibility, but I mean, what a cool place to work.
Yeah, it's a very cool place to work. I love it. It's a good mix for me because I get to do some of the business end of things, but then I'm also on the floor a lot, and I love hospitality and, interacting with customers. So it's a good mix for me, and there's always something going on. It's never boring. In the summer, I'm outside every day, walking around, view of the lake, beautiful vineyard, so I feel very fortunate, and I know everyone else. We have a really good team, and everyone else feels fortunate as well. It's a great place to work.
Do you have any special holiday hours?
So we have, not really, we're open 10 to 5, 7 days a week at this point.
Oh, wow.
So December 17th, we have it's the first year we're doing it. We're really excited. It's going to be pretty big. It's a holiday market, and we partnered with Rock Only Events out of Rochester. And so we have 70 plus vendors coming, and the vendors will all be indoors, outdoors, across the entire estate. And we'll have, obviously, wine tastings will still be going on, but you can get a glass of wine, a pint of beer, walk around to all the different vendors. We have a couple food trucks coming, Dainty Donuts and Macaroon out of, I believe, Rochester, Syracuse.
I love Dainty Donuts.
Yeah, and we have a live artist coming that day. We have somebody playing the keyboard, some Christmas music on the keyboard. So that event will be awesome if you're looking for last minute gifts. That's December 17th. So we should be pretty busy then. But that leads me into, we actually have decided to shut down the tasting rooms for a couple months, starting after that big event on December 19th. And we will be closed for the season until March 16th, reopening St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. So hours will be 10 to 5 leading up until the 18th, and then the 19th we are going to close the tasting rooms down, just for a few months.
And you had mentioned to me that there was going to be a grand reopening.
Yeah, so I should mention first, during that time that we're shut down, we are going to have 2 events that we'll reopen the weekend for, because we've already committed to them. They're big events that we normally do. One of them is at the end of January. It's Frost Fest. So that is a fundraiser with the YMCA in Geneva, and it's usually a 1-day event. This year we're actually making it a 2-day event, and tickets will go on sale within the next couple weeks, so look out for that. That's the event where we have all the big ice sculptures and vendors and lots of activities going on. So we'll reopen for the last weekend of January for that. I think it's like the 27th and 28th. And then also the chocolate and wine event is February 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I believe. And that's a 3-day event, and that is similar to the Deck the Halls in the sense it's through the wine trail. Customers buy a ticket, and then they get a food. This would be a chocolate pairing with wine at each of the participating wineries. And so with that, tickets haven't even gone on sale, so you can still get tickets for that. That should be out in the next couple weeks as well. And then, so that gets us through March, and then yes, we are having a grand reopening of Bag Dare. So in December, we had a fire. Last December, and so we lost the building all the way in the back of our property, which was one of our wine tasting rooms. We did reopen this summer to at least do tastings down there, and the tasting room is complete, but we still had, we're adding a pavilion, bathrooms. We want to really do the landscaping nice again, and so that isn't done yet. So we decided to wait to do the grand reopening until this spring. So we don't have a date yet, but we're thinking, it depends on construction mainly, but we're thinking like April, May. We'll have a big grand opening, and we'll make sure everyone knows about it. One of the biggest questions is, are we going to go back to having the bands down there? We always had bands back there, and we definitely are.
Nice.
So that's exciting. We still had bands this summer, but they were up in the courtyard area. And so we're making sure the landscaping is really nice down there and a fun atmosphere so that we can get the bands back down there as well.
Well, thank you so much, Gabby
Yeah.
Sinicropi from Three Brothers Winery. We
Absolutely.
really appreciate you being here and keeping us up to speed about everything that's coming up. For now, we're going to take a quick break, but we will be right back.